It is indeed gratifying that Mr. Infantino has decided to visit our shores and be appraised and see for himself how Fiji and Fiji Football Association has been doing, utilizing the grants that FIFA provides its affiliates annually, and to develop and grow the only truly global sport. Given the fact that football has spread to every frontier on the globe, Mr. Infantino, like his predecessors, I would say is by far the most powerful sporting administrator in the world. This has undoubtedly elevated his status as a global ambassador of peace and goodwill. In fact, Mr. Infantino is spearheading plans for FIFA to host its World Championships outside of traditional soccer powerhouses. For example, the Women's World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. Works extremely well not only for the sport and its global reach, but also regional economies. We also note that Mr. Infantino's leadership, or under his leadership, FIFA is expanding the Men's World Cup, the most watched and followed global event, from 32 to 48 teams in 2026 to be hosted by 16 cities in North America, namely the United States, Canada, and Mexico. No doubt this will act as a catalyst for regional nations, especially Fiji, to make reality the dream of taking part in the biggest sporting event, not in 3 years' time, but in the near future, should this format be adopted as the way forward beyond 2026. Mr. Infantino is succeeding in making sure FIFA is soaring to new heights because of transparency, accountability, and good governance. This is the foundation for genuine development, growth, and success. And he has successfully improved the image of FIFA that was tarnished, if I may say, by previous leadership, mainly by staying on the job for far too long. The principles of accountability, transparency, and good governance must not be compromised by short-term gain, because this will result in long-term pain. As a government of the people, and for the people and by the people, the Honorable Prime Minister and his team have set about resetting the moral compass of the nation's governance after 16 years of a rule that we know was aimed at promoting self-interest and not national interest. By the same logic, we expect other organizations to shake the way of cosmetic governance to ensure the future we bequeath to our people is full of hope and opportunity. And Fiji Football Association is no exception. And I know the President talked about our men's football ranking, and I accept the explanation that is provided. But the fact is that the ranking is there, and we are at an all-time low, despite an abundance of talent and football in our country. We were ranked in the 90s before the turn of the century. We used to defeat every nation in our region. We chalked up 2 wins over Australia in 1977 and 1988. And some of our veterans are here. We either beat or were on par with New Zealand. And that was in an era when football wasn't even semi-professional. We are now professional according to our standings of player fees and transfers. But we aren't improving despite what we are told are 3 football academics primarily funded by FIFA. And I hope that the development that the President outlined will improve our ranking and standing. We believe that there should be more emphasis on the part of districts to have local league clubs. Used to be a highlight every weekend and attended by many and sometimes thousands of spectators. We need to make sure that we improve our governance of sports, not only in soccer, but at all levels and in all sports. We know that FIFA has, is, and will continue to invest in the development of football. And the government, I can assure you, President, the coalition government stands ready to cooperate in this regard with FIFA and with the Fiji Football Association. Today, the Honorable Minister for Education, my friend Mr. Nronro, will sign a memorandum of understanding on football for schools, an initiative of FIFA. We suggest it be expanded after gauging the success of this program, but it needs willpower and determination to implement it. And I want to thank FIFA on behalf of the government for providing that support. I think it depends on development coaches of various age groups that we hopefully have recruited or have within Fiji FA. It depends on Fiji FA's resolve to secure and harness talent of players who will be future stars. And we have produced stars, Roy Krishna and some others. They can be at the respective academies and be taught the approved curriculum of Education Ministry by teachers. And I'm sure the Honorable Minister for Education is looking at how we can improve our physical education, sporting activities in the schools. And this will be a win-win situation for both the students and the Fiji Football Association. We believe that the students' education will not be compromised. They can pursue a career path of their choice if they are unable to prove themselves to be prolific football talents or rugby talents or other sporting talents. They will also have the best opportunity to train as a group, learn from the best football coaches and upgrade their skills without any distraction. They simply get educated and be trained to be good footballers and 2 career paths to choose from, and providing discipline. Of course, a lot of these plans and suggestions will depend on the success of the football and the administration of football and partnership with FIFA and with the Fiji Football Association. Talents that have the potential to make a name for themselves and do the nation proud on the football grounds, both here and abroad, are in abundance. The Men's World Cup in Qatar towards the end of last year and the Women's World Cup underway a few hours flight time away in New Zealand and Australia have shown us that hard work and sacrifice, or what hard work and sacrifice can achieve. Last December, Morocco became the first African nation to reach the World Cup semifinals, beating powerhouses like Spain and Portugal on their way to achieving an historic 4th place finish. Earlier this week, the South African and Jamaican women's teams knocked out Italy and Brazil, respectively. South Korea ended Germany's hopes. And like the male counterparts, Morocco has qualified for the knockout stages. Fiji, in my view, has the potential to do the same. It can climb up the ladder after having gained valuable experience through participation in 2 under-20 World Cups in the last 8 years. And that is commendable on the part of the Fiji Football Association and those who lead our soccer administration. The coalition government is pleased to note that FIFA is supporting plans for the development of a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facility to be completed in 3 phases. And I know the President talked about it, the 18-acre land that has already been bought. This will include the development of a high-performance center, which in our view can be used by our talents graduating out of the football academies. It will also involve the development of an artificial pitch and a 15,000 state-of-the-art 15,000-seat stadium at Lomolomo between Vatuwaqa and Nandi. For its part, the coalition government stands ready to support such developments because we strongly believe that sports plays a key role in the nation's progress, economically, socially, politically. And football and rugby are 2 sports that are in pole position to give our nation glory and fame. I thank you, Mr. President, once again for taking keen interest in the development and progress of football in our nation. FIFA's support and financial commitment towards development and implementation of projects is indeed laudable. What we need to do both as football administrators and as a nation is not to keep shifting the goalposts, but to set our sights firmly on taking football to greater heights. Only then we will be able to achieve equality and unity through football and contribute positively towards making Fiji a land of hope and opportunity. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Vinakavakalevu.
Vatuwaqa, thank you, the Deputy Prime Minister.